after attacking a couple of times on a couple of different maps and actually having people who were organised, then being the attackers
He's gone. Find another target.
be really easy if you guys know what you're doing. Hello and welcome to this World of Tanks replay video. My name is Maxwell and I thought I would bring you a video from my newest purchase, which is the Russian Tier 9 heavy tank, the IS-8. So before we get too far into this game, there's quite a few things I need to talk about first. So one thing I just want to make clear right from the start is this video is going up simultaneously on two channels. It's going up on my old channel and on my new channel, because a lot of the old subscribers from the old channel still don't know about what is going on. So if you're watching this on the Maxwell042 channel, unfortunately you are still subscribed to my old channel, so that's why there has been no uploads and no content brought out for a while there. I'll put a link in the middle of the screen right about now so that you can go over and check out our new channel, which is Max SR Games, so still pretty much the same thing. So it's going to be bringing the same kind of content, World of Tanks, and probably dabble in a few other games as and when they become interesting. So why the channel switch? So the main reason for the channel switch was a while back my channel was targeted by person or persons unknown who either had a grudge or just felt like being an arse that day, and they did something called click bomb my channel, which is where they either use a bot or manually click on my advertisements thousands and thousands of times. Now at the time I was ill and in hospital, so I wasn't able to pick up on this until I came out, and Google and YouTube actually went ahead and banned out my AdSense account and limited my YouTube account, which is why I decided to go and set up a new YouTube channel through a gaming network called TGN. Now TGN will partner your gaming channel. Just thought I'd take a little break there while I shot that Tiger 2 in the face. So TGN will actually go ahead and partner your gaming channel if you either get good viewers or upload good quality content. So I decided to go with them to get a YouTube partnership so we can have extra features like custom thumbnails and shows, and hopefully sometime in the future live streaming. So I'm hoping to begin live streaming on YouTube rather than Twitch TV. Anyway, I appear to have digressed and gone way off subject. So basically, if you're still subscribed to the Maxwell042 channel and you are wondering why there hasn't been any content for a while, that's because the channel has now moved. And like I said, you can just go ahead and click on that annotation and that will take you to the subscribe link for
He's gone. Find
the new
another
channel.
target.
The gun on this tank, by the way, is an absolute beast. It just rips through things. So back onto announcements for the new channel. Over the last few weeks we've been very busy just uploading old videos from the old channel and not really bringing out new content. And the reason for this mainly is because a few months ago me and my wife had our first baby, so as you can imagine that takes up a hell of a lot of your time. In fact, it takes up pretty much all of your time, so I haven't been in a position really to make any good quality videos, and I didn't want to just put any old crap out there, so I decided to wait until I was in a position where I could record more full time and bring you guys a lot better content. So I think that is about it for the announcements. I'm thinking about going back on Twitch TV and
Enemy armor is hit.
going back on a Twitch TV and doing some live streaming, but like I said, I'm really holding out for the YouTube live streaming, because to be honest I would really prefer to keep everything in one place rather than
Enemy armor is
switching
destroyed.
between sites. So back to the game at hand. This is one of the new game modes brought in 7.4, which is the assault, where you have to take a base and the other guys have to defend it. And to be honest, to begin with, I really thought this was stacked way in the favour of the defenders, but after attacking a couple of times on a couple of different maps and actually having people who were organised, then being the attackers
He's gone. Find another
be
target.
really easy if you guys know what you're doing. So just trying this out in the IS-8. First impressions of the IS-8 is it's a really good tank. It's got a fantastic top speed, very good manoeuvrability, and as you've already seen, the gun on it is an absolute beast. The only problem with it is it
finished him off.
It appears to be made of paper. It's got some good sloping on the front armour. As you see there, I got hit and took off over 1,000 hit points in one hit. So the front armour is pretty well sloped, but so you do get some ricochets, but the armour value of it is only 120. So if somebody gets you in the right weak spot or just has a big enough gun, they'll easily sail through your front armour and do some serious damage to you.
Track hit.
Come all the way down there, try and get a shot on those guys over there. Do I get him?
That's gotta hurt.
Yeah. So I think I'm just going to play around with this E-75 for a while, try and keep him pinned over there while our other guys go and get a base capture. Because if we all go for a base capture, then that E-75 and a couple of other tanks are just going to close the net around us and be able to take us out pretty easily. So I'm basically going to stay up here and try and hold them off and ward them off. So yeah, like I said, first impressions of this tank, it's a little bit flimsy. It doesn't really, I mean, it has got good sloping on the front, but it doesn't really feel like it tends to bounce many shots at all, really. So you're getting hit from a T8, 9 or 10 tank, and you are going to get penetrated. So you need to use your speed and manoeuvrability and just play smart with this tank. And use its gun to full effect, because it does have an absolutely awesome cannon on it. So like I said, just going to hold the hill here, try and fend that E-75 off and stop him pushing too far forward, while the rest of our guys try and get the base capture off. Now that 3485 isn't really going to be able to do much at all against what we have in their base. I think he's going to have a pot shot at me right about here, and I know he is. Oh, and I managed to bounce that one, so I think he may have hit my turret, which is a bit of a mistake, because I think the front armour on the turret is about 200, 201, so that will almost certainly bounce a shot, especially with how sloped it is. I don't think I'm going to be able to hurt him there, so probably not worth having that shot, but I can hurt that KV-1S, so let's just see if... No, it's the end of the battle, so I don't get to have that shot. So... first battle of the day and a decent amount of experience, okay amount of credits. A few times, I mean the first few times I used this tank I did really awful with it, and I didn't even make enough to cover the ammunition costs. So just be aware that you can't use this tank to farm, because it's not a very efficient credit maker if you don't have a pretty good game. So thanks very much for watching, guys. Just to let you know that we are going to be bringing out brand new content from now on. We're looking to bring out at least 3 or 4 World of Tanks videos every week, and hopefully some gameplay videos from other games as well. Maybe some, well, we haven't quite decided yet. We really want to get into the PlanetSide 2 beta, so hopefully we can bring you some footage from that if there's no NDA on it. Possibly bring you some League of Legends and anything else that you would be interested in. So thanks very much for watching, guys, and I will catch you tomorrow.